Welcome to the EagleNet portal. In this short video, we will walk through basic advising features. It is highly recommended that all faculty and staff familiarize themselves with the registration process from a student perspective by watching the registration and planning student training video also located on the Blackboard course prior to watching this presentation. Let's look at advising from a student perspective first. During the registration and planning process, students will have the option of clicking on the Advising tab to start communicating with their advisor. In this example, our student has finished planning their courses and would like additional review from their advisor prior to registering. Remember, there is a difference between planning a course and registering for a course. Also remember, this advisement process is currently optional for students. Once a student clicks on the Advising tab, they are brought to an area where they can type a note for their advisor. The advisor's name will display above the note field, and once a note has been typed, students will need to click the Save Note button. After their note saves, it will appear in the View Note History section of the page. However, if students do not click the Request Review button, you will not be notified that there is a note pending response or a plan to be reviewed. Once a student clicks on Request Review, they will receive a notification letting them know their request was received and their plan is ready for review. Now let's take a look at how the advising process looks from an advisor's perspective. When a student clicks on the Request Review button, advisors will receive a colleague-generated email informing them that there are students requesting review. It is highly recommended you create a folder in your Outlook inbox that will hold these emails for historical purposes, but also to not clutter your inbox. Let's log in as an advisor. Once you have logged in, navigate and click the Advising tile. From this landing page, advisors will be able to see the current advisees and any students currently requesting their plan be reviewed. Students currently requesting review will have a yellow notification next to their name. Let's go ahead and click our sample student and open their plan. Next, we will navigate to the Notes tab. From here, you will be able to compose a response to the student and then click Save Note. Your response is recorded in the View Note History section. Now click the Review Complete button in order for the student to receive notification that you have finalized review. This will also remove the Review Pending icon from the student on your advisees list. After clicking the Review Complete button, you'll receive notification that the action was completed and an option to archive the plan will display. It is highly recommended that advisors always archive. Archiving serves as a record of the original plan and all the note history originally discussed with the student. It can serve as a base going forward if the student changes advisors in the future, as well as supporting evidence if the student ever comes back and says they were never told to take a course or did not want to take the course. After archiving the plan, you'll receive a confirmation notification. Archived plans can be accessed by clicking on the Plan Archive tab. All previous plans are downloadable. Here's an example of how a plan archived will look. Now let's look at the View Progress area of EagleNet portal, also known as Degree Audit or Eval or Bevel. Students will access the View Your Progress area by first clicking on Registration and Planning, and then by clicking on View Your Progress. It is important to note, currently the View Your Progress area has been restricted from students, but will be available in the future. Advisors, however, will have access to the Progress area. First, navigate to the Advising module. Click on the name of the student you would like to evaluate. Now click on the Progress tab. At the top of the Progress area, you will see three bar graphs that will fill in as the student progresses through the program. The areas measure program completeness, credits earned towards the program, and credits earned at Life University, also known as the residency requirement. The bars are color-coded. Light green color indicates a class that is currently in progress, while yellow indicates that the course is already planned for the future. As students earn credits, the color changes to a dark green color. As you scroll down the page, you'll see requirement sections detailing which courses fulfill that requirement, as well as students' progress towards completing the requirement. As requirements are completed, the requirement area collapses to make the area easier to read. Sections can expand by clicking on the Show Detail link under each section. Here's an example of how a fully planned requirement looks. Notice that one sub-requirement has already been completed, and one sub-requirement partially completed, and the course currently in progress. Here we have an example of non-passing grades populating in a requirement, but not counting towards the completion of the requirement. You'll notice these courses have a status of attempted. Additionally, if non-passing grades are applied to a student, you'll see in parentheses GPA only, indicating that this grade is counting against the student's GPA, but not counting towards the requirement. This concludes a basic view of advising features in the EagleNet portal. Additional processes and training will be developed for use in the future.